Yeah. From the pages of history, name they shine. Ernest by Koroma, leader divine. Hey. 2007 to 2018, we no go forget. He build the nation, we vote, we no regret. Legacy of leadership, the story clear. Read the book.
The remarkable progress Sierra Leone witnessed under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC is captured in the groundbreaking book, Legacy of Leadership, Sierra Leone Democratic Transformation under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC. Written by the Council of Progressive, a research-based think tank on governance, from achieving a 20.7% GDP growth rate in 2013, making Sierra Leone the world's fastest-growing economy, to empowering over 68,000 youth through employment program, and reducing maternal mortality by 60% through the free healthcare initiative, to increasing electricity generation from 10 megawatt to 182 megawatt, and transforming communities with solar mini-grid and hydro project. This is the legacy that will define Sierra Leone's future and is all documented in this great book, a masterpiece. Coming soon.
Legacy, we go always last. Legacy of VBK, now lesson for all. For lead with heart. Yeah. From the pages of history, name they shine. Ernest by Koroma, leader divine. Hey. 2007 to 2018, we no go forget. He build the nation, we vote, we no regret. Legacy of leadership, the story clear. Read the book.
The remarkable progress Sierra Leone witnessed under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC is captured in the groundbreaking book, Legacy of Leadership, Sierra Leone Democratic Transformation under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC. Written by the Council of Progressive, a research-based think tank on governance, from achieving a 20.7% GDP growth rate in 2013, making Sierra Leone the world's fastest-growing economy, to empowering over 68,000 youth through employment program, and reducing maternal mortality by 60% through the free healthcare initiative, to increasing electricity generation from 10 megawatt to 182 megawatt, and transforming communities with solar mini-grid and hydro project. This is the legacy that will define Sierra Leone's future and is all documented in this great book, a masterpiece. Coming soon.
Legacy, we go always last. Legacy of VBK, now lesson for all. For lead with heart, for stand up tall. Legacy of leadership, coming soon. Salon progress.
Comrade Egalo, you are live. Comrade Egalo, you are live. And you're not on the studio.
Yeah. From the pages of history, name they shine. Ernest by Koroma, leader divine. Hey. 2007 to 2018, we no go forget. He build the nation, we vote, we no regret. Legacy of leadership, the story clear. Read the book.
The remarkable progress Sierra Leone witnessed under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC is captured in the groundbreaking book, Legacy of Leadership, Sierra Leone Democratic Transformation under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC. Written by the Council of Progressive, a research-based think tank on governance, from achieving a 20.7% GDP growth rate in 2013, making Sierra Leone the world's fastest-growing economy, to empowering over 68,000 youth through employment program, and reducing maternal mortality by 60% through the free healthcare initiative, to increasing electricity generation from 10 megawatt to 182 megawatt and transforming communities with solar mini-grid and hydro project. This is the legacy that will define Sierra Leone's future and is all documented in this great book, a masterpiece. Coming soon.
Legacy, we go always last. Legacy of EBK, our lesson for all. For lead with heart, for stand up tall. Legacy of leadership, coming soon. Salon progress.
Well, Fambulem, una kushe, una kabo, una good evening. And it's how you find yourself. Good morning, good afternoon. This na una program will count on a live from the UKNI online TV broadcast. Me will present this program to Namina Comrade Egalo. It's now one-on-one conversation that I can get with a very senior citizen of Sierra Leone, a very professional, skills writer, somebody where I believe say don't go through the historic and nature of a country. Somebody will understand the political issues of Sierra Leone, and somebody will equally very professional and ethical in a work when they present in fact findings about the recent happenings and recent history of Sierra Leone. Inside this program today, we can talk about the transformative legacy of the former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. We can look at waiting and waiting virtually he do and the level at which we take Sierra Leone. So I get me guest tonight when I run one conversation with Mr. Umarr BCC. We normally people can call her Ya Umarr. You are welcome to this one-on-one conversation with me, the host, Comrade Egalo. You can introduce yourself to family.
I think you don't introduce me, Don. I just want to say, Fambulem, I'll do. And I want to tell Una say, I'm glad for this forum for can talk about the legacy of Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in the APC from 2007 to 2018.
All right. Thank you very much for honor with invitation. Family, una they listen this program, una for share, so that we'll get more viewers will come for attend and can hear from a very insightful book we will come out very shortly to the public. And inside this program, you can learn a lot. For those who don't know the political history of recent, from 2007 to 2018, you get an opportunity for that you can learn. You get an opportunity for that you can know what is happening, what has happened, and at the same time, for that you get first-hand information about the recent transformation of Sierra Leone. So I guess Ya Umarr Naya, he don't introduce himself. Ya Umarr, you will explain the background of this particular book video, the pipeline for the launch very shortly. We give some narrative about it and what do people really they expect from this book.
Thank you. Basically, the book now for celebrate good leadership, for appreciate leadership where they listen and leadership where they deliver. We all know what's in the going around the world. We got leadership challenges all over the place. It in Africa, it in America, it in Europe, it in Asia. So when you get a leader, we go to a large extent for deliver what he promise and for left una in one piece. How we meet una, I think say that leader day is worth appreciating. So this work now for just make less Sierra Leoneans and no say we been get gem now we earn and we not for forget that at all. Because we get history for they forget quick. it like you say, Italy we charm forget beef. As somebody come on a power, we don't forget but what he ever do. Normally, some man can say Saloma na one day full and get. So this one are for document the successes and somebody challenges them. We meet that leadership there and how that leadership they be able for overcome them from 2007 to 2018. So it was pretty much about Ernest Bai Korma's stewardship of the nation, but also about the APC's management of affairs. And so not to just EBK, about the team we work with. And so that is why we as Council of Progressives decide for do this thing so that posterity or people who go, them born after we go come and see these documents at library and go access them on the internet and go access on a different platform them for no waiting specifically the
Okay,
people they
well,
do. And
yeah,
also,
let's just come in. Somebody go and ask a question. We
yeah,
don't get other past leaders then as from the days of Shaka Stevens. Okay, for the council APC leadership, Shaka Stevens, the likes of GS Momo and Otto and Eskuma. Of course, we don't get late Tijan Kaba equally as well. So basically, waiting at the narrative of just single out Eskuma in this particular novelty where they happen at Sierra Leone, where group of progressive Sierra Leoneans and also enough young people can put these thoughts together. Say, okay, Lord, remember the recent history of an Escoma in leadership. So waiting at the thoughts about it, forgetting about the other past leaders. Them, why just single EBK in your regime, your administration?
the primary motivation behind that an Escoma in tenure, na boku Sierra Leonean table for relate to in we recent history. Boku picking where they go school, and that 10 day they meet. Then we go call generation Gen Z. Gen Z them where they in them 20s now, early 20s, late teens and all. That generation that leadership they meet. Then they for relate to. That are one. Then two, in recent history, I can always say since the start of the Second Republic, that is from where we'll get to multi-party elections in 1996 under the 1991 Constitution, and the best leadership, arguably, to Sierra Leoneans in terms of how it transformed the nation, in terms of the sense of progress we give it, and all. So that kind of leadership, they compared to what we see now, it only but fitting that we celebrate them so that the current leadership where we get down as Alonso will not say these are the mirror where they don't hold against me. And I not get no option but I get for if I not even measure up to this mark, or at least let left this country in one piece. So basically they go feel inspired. But the bottom line is that the leadership down the way inspire Boku Sierra Leoneans. That the leadership down the way what celebrating, then deliver lights for Sierra Leoneans, then make roads for Sierra Leoneans, then create Boku democratic institutions them and it supports them. That the leadership that way create the Open Government Initiative, will become a global model where the World Bank and America form the Open Government Partnership. Now, under that, the leadership of ABK and the APC, we see military forces, then they go for peacekeeping operations. With the export, the systems of the military setup. Now, the Salon and Senegal no more begin that kind of setup there in terms of arrangement. Now, under that leadership there, we see then get the 3 times water treatment where them try for provide water to key towns them like the provinces. Now under that leadership there, but could thing happen? We don't erode the delicate today. So if we don't get that kind of situation there, it only but fitting that we celebrate them. So now that one day, the other leaders, that could be part of another project. But for now, this is the scope of this project, 2007 to 2018 and beyond, basically.
All right. So apparently, you don't give background about the concept and how this thought come about and why singling and EBK in leadership and in administration. And then the other thing again, we fumble and go on for no now that which really now the merits of this book where where would they see the difference of the current political administration. So when are some of the merits of this book and when a recent history where we dey see a
I
lot of
just
difference where they happen right now in the country. So waiting this book will really try for send to we, whose message you will try for really send to we.
I think say that they are begin in terms of the achievements way that administration they do. And we want for catalog am. And I mean, law not forget say, even this present government go able for tell you say, now this and this we don't do, now that we don't do and all. But what we try for do, that for present facts them we you can able verify now any credible online source or any credible platform. So that is what we want to present to Sierra Leoneans, not to waiting na opinion of people. One for left Sierra Leoneans, they know say, when they say an Escoma provide 180 megawatts of electricity in terms of generation, it actually do am. And you get facts for proof to that effect. When they say the economy will be the fastest growing economy by 2013 at a rate of 20.7%, you get World Bank documents them and other sources them for prove that. When they say an Escoma, it unbundle the sector or the agency where they provide light for Sierra Leoneans, when are the National Power Authority, into EDSA or EDSA and EGTC, so that their institution now go work efficiently and then go all man go work in a specialized role. The one they distribute and the one they generate, they actually do am. In a way, we say it provide about 143 megawatts of expansion of the Bumbuna hydro project. You can able for prove am. So that when we say it brings solar light for Sierra Leoneans, and it makes us install them in key areas around the country where we get a solar revolution, you go for refer to them, you go for verify them. Not so somebody just in an office say, we don't pass all indicators of government in terms of doing business and everything, then they translate na the ground. Road, water, nothing that we know the lipa. Road, light, nothing that we know the lipa. If you say I don't make road,
So
people
so
go for
so,
see
so,
am.
so you
The
can
proof
give
of
you
the
can give an insight of some of the road networkings them where this book here captured, where at least now under ABK administration.
definitely them boku say them boku. In fact, that na one of the things that will constitute one of the biggest achievements or the biggest achievement of EBK. Of course, we all know the first toll system at the country or the first toll road at the country, the Wellington Mashaka Highway, now EBK Duam, with a very fruitful partnership with China. And we see how serviceable that road they to Sierra Leoneans delicate today. It will reduce the rate of accidents considerably. The we're able for even partner with multilateral agencies them like the EU, DFID, for let them sponsor we for do Bokoda roads them. The Mano River Bridge project them where APC begin the current leadership supposed for can continue am, but they like it today because they not get appetite for deliver. We see most of them projects they not complete. We see the road network now all basically. So then they went for more God make it, they no one they see Tagron and Dotty. ABK pass road na then side and they it make clear the people for the first time know say okay, me tongue self they part of a network of developmental projects. We see the solar street light the way installed all over them place today. Where some people they go study in a street. We see how the road that we connect with neighboring country them, how it lay them out, how the road away connects out in district them. He lay them out. And some of the roads that have been there in bad need of repair, how he rehabilitates the roads then they. Then
Yeah,
Boku,
because because
before
I
Matudo,
remember vividly. Yeah, because I
uh-huh.
remember vividly from the Matotoka to Kono. You
Yeah, the
understand? Eh?
Matudo,
The
fine.
Matotoka to Kono, more especially when they reached that Mashibi area. It was so terrible in the way that sticks and they cut and cross all the time, pass the cut stick, then put them at the road before Mutkade they
Bingo.
will pass. Yes, so I really see that construction will go on, for catch up from Matotokana for going inside Kono. I see the way they build that road and why they abroad now. I they see like the highway, I they see say it was a copy from like
Yeah.
what did happen overseas. You understand? When I see the highway, so not come to like the road network in the southeast,
Mm-hmm.
predominantly inside this current failed administration there. Whether
Yeah.
they then get them strongholds them.
Uh-huh.
Part of leadership we get to talk about what we call regional diversity. You understand?
Yeah.
How the different regions they benefit from the establishment. So
Mm-hmm.
explain some of the benefits the way, like the southeast to be specific. We sign at the stronghold of the government of the day today, when they be the opposition. How they benefit from EBK leadership.
How you mention the Kono road so now so you go mention back the road way lead to Kailang. The number of hours we be they take from Freetown to Kailang, we now one of the longest distance in us alone. If you don't take almost a whole day, we left Freetown because of the road in situation. We get one southern called Tigo for go Kailang. I think that from
Ogo Kailan,
Pendembu to
yeah.
Kailang. Fine.
Exactly.
If
Pendamu to Kailan, and the
if you
road
don't
down
take,
there.
you get for land for waka na poto force. Pole you get some of then pole you able for cross basically. You get for land for waka na poto. EBK come it pass the road yonder. It make the distance from Freetown to Kailang you reduce it to about 3 hours. That are some of the development there. And in only tap though, the road from Kailang to Koindu, the Liberian border, also, he start that project, he left am so that he make sure say when this government they come so then get boku in a way them for just deliver on. And we see I don't tell you about the street light project them where he distributes all across the country. From where they make Kailang, and when they get light. But for the first time, residents of that place they begin see light. What about the road network and how them pass now? All of them side and day. We make navigation inside them song then they become easier. Left day, go Pujong. Time they reach where you go Pujong, you reach middle so you ask, where the tongue? And so the tongue be there, now so it been cold and quiet. You do go right middle so you ask, what's the tongue there? But where EBK come, they make sure say them pass road then at the inside and day. Where you reach tongue, where you reach inside the tongue, you go no say okay, now inside the tongue are this so. That are one. Then we get other agricultural projects we provide job for people in our place and they. What about Sokfin? When I be that agricultural company,
Sokfin Abuja.
that's Samale.
Samalim. Samalim
Yes,
Chiefdom, yeah.
Napujong. You know. Then you get Boku other mining companies that will be coming operation. Not so just the African minerals we can do iron ore which is in the north. Other mining companies they be getting golf which is we been get a favorable environment for operating a saloon. Then go na then consider side and the way diamonds and the way other minerals and they operate, then provide jobs and then contribute to the economy of them place and they. We go to call it 3-town water treatment program. Where they provide water to major towns in the rural area. That program they back the left farm. We got hydro projects like the Bo Kenema Power Services
Yeah.
project where they provide
Yeah,
light from
Dodo, yeah,
Dodo.
the Dodo.
It become a boost the capacity so that they begin provide sustainable light for them people and they first time them the rational.
Yeah,
That is before
between Bo and
207.
Kenema. The
Yeah.
BKPS.
Between
Yeah,
Bo and Kenema.
be
Then the
rational,
rational
yes.
light. See.
More dry sitting car.
You know,
By turn.
so exactly. The reason why we need for call all of this out, now that we don't get systems or government in this country where they come, then they promise we will do this, that, not just for the name of it. But say then they left power, nothing, they see. We got one right now in operation where 7 years into government, you know, got anything tangible for refer to. Passport tell you say no more, we win this MCC, we score at this Transparency International corruption rating, this and that. And if you don't the way you look inside it, the facts when they can present on are different from the reality. So they on basically government now about how then they do well by international rankings. And that is why then they pay lobbyists them all over the place for just part of the image. But there's one thing where I think that the former president said that, and Kumar said, you know, go make propaganda for development. Because eventually you lied go catch up with you. If you begin to say, I go build social Lunge Bridge, or I go build this, or I go this step, after some time, people not go see them if you not intend for build them. And so we get the government.
So not come to this book itself. When people they expect the launching of this book and how far the steps and don't take for let this book here come out, because this book here right now the momentum on the it don't the minds and hearts of citizens them. They really want to see what they inside this book. When is the expectation? When people they expect this book for the out?
Inshallah, this book will be out inside this April, and the first launch will take place in May. And we'll forget a series of other launches. And we'll forget a Zoom launch, when like a global launch also we will do them. But this one for every APCian and every Sierra Leonean. This is not just about Sierra Leone, about APC. This is about Sierra Leone, and if possible, about leadership model in Africa. Because somebody else will go to Kenya, go watch this and see, okay, wait now be the model of development will happen as also country. This one can be a reference source for them. So that is what EBK succeeded in doing. And that make even way he left as president, he became an ambassador for democracy and good governance. Then they send all over the place, peace mission them, election observation mission them, and wait itself. So the book basically they capture all of them achievements here. Not to all things, but Sierra Leoneans for look forward to one, a book where independent-minded Sierra Leoneans they write, where not to the APC party commission them for do that. Where not to the former presidential commission them for do that. One way, not to in the biography itself, not just a political commentary, but of people who appreciate the kind of leadership we produce that country they. In contrast to what we see now, that's alone. And we get for the hammer this home. Let people know say they can be called out for not delivering on their promises.
Right.
So they look forward to that, and we expect to see Leoneans go buy into this book and continue to popularize them for we.
So waiting at the foundation of this book in terms of popularizing this book internationally. Whether the foundation I don't lay, because at the end of the day, you know, when you talk about a legacy of this nature, it does not have to be only limited to Sierra Leoneans. You mentioned something, say, if I like if somebody in a Kenyan, they watch and listen and read this book, let for able say, okay, this is the kind of model leadership we don't happen in Africa, specifically Sierra Leone leadership of His Excellency former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. So how far this book get for go in terms of international recognition?
You go for go na international platforms them. You go for na BBC, then go for talk about them, na VOA, na boku other international channels. I mean traditional ones them. You go forget social media platforms them, international bloggers go for talk about them already. They don't begin to that. You go for then a boku platform them. And you go for then boku format.
An Amazon as well, so that person will order them.
Yeah, in fact, na the first platform that day, na the first side that they go be published in Amazon. You got for dinner Barnes and Nobles, you got for dinner Boku other book platform them online. We got forget an ebook, we got forget an audio book. So if you not get patient for you don't read, you go the drive self, you listen to the development them, the legacy of leadership. We got for so the Mamina Kubla, the government 12 and other places self will follow. and know wetin na be the development wey they do. So then development, the people and they see them, but they're not able to relate to them. So they fit in that we remind them to then document here in audiovisual format. Okay, for do of course the book, the ebook, the documentary of all of them here. So we will take this development here and show to Sierra Leoneans. Let them be the judge as to who have been kind to people and can lie to them. Say, I mean, it's nothing, then they can deliver everything. That's just it. We need for all the leaders
Yeah,
accountable.
true.
They say people deserve the
Yeah.
leaders they get. So this work basically now an inspiration to others for no say, okay, when it comes to leadership, people are the way go for hold me accountable. So let I do what I supposed for do. Not to one way you go can use government for can racket people as a syndicate, just for can drag. Then you come on power, you begin to talk saying
It seems like it's
you don't deliver
becoming.
all the things you promise and a bonus no more paper. Because that is what is happening now as alone. We got a whole
Yeah.
president with the service say don't deliver all the things promise and manifesto or just there on bonus now. How can you say that? That's disingenuous. And they can't lie then that way, leader in another country then go resign for. And they can't lie than that. But we don't use for let people go to media, go license at this and that and with this. So that is why also, I just say this. We try for as much as possible the facts that we present at this book be verifiable. So you will go now, if we say Salona be the fastest growing economy, or we say the job or employment rate been there at this level, you go able to get documents. We even get references them. We get footnotes them. It will make it easy for you to refer to any document or any fact where we present at the book. So you will able to verify.
Something they were very key of recent now with political history. With they seal it with democratic institutions, they are all be compromised. It don't appear like a state captured. Whereas democracy, they at a very crucial stage now with history of the body politics of a country. You can get an insight of how unam able map out or capture the democratic credentials of the former president in administration and all those government institutions. Una able capture some of the good things then we at least still like today, if Sierra Leone for the enjoy democracy is as a result of the peaceful transfer of power. Una able capture some of
Yeah.
those institutions and the good work under the administration of EBK because now waiting me they see is a different thing to waiting they happen before. Now we see all those institutions have now been captured in the way that they all listen now to the political leadership instead of doing their work and doing their mandates. You can elaborate small on that those areas how now take for capture and put them into the book and how people will be reminded so quickly.
Yes, we did that eloquently, my brother. The 11 chapters of the book make sure say they highlight the democratic credentials of Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma and in team. The way they all say Ernest Koroma then get for blame now for waiting they happen at the country because he hand over power to Mother Bio, we're not supposed to hand over power to them and this and that. Now people already forget say Ernest Koroma now be a beneficiary of a peaceful democratic transition from opposition to ruling party. So how they get the country, it make sure say a whole arm in one piece, stay a left arm in one piece. Not to APC no more get salon. Salon day for everybody. So wetin Ernest Koroma do, that wetin required of farm for do as a leader. We come na power from an opposition. That in itself now a testament. The fact they hand over power to the opposition are a testament. Encouraging in Africa. Go to Africa, let you see how most people they do that. Some people go bend the election any carry just for let they not hand over to the opposition. But this man say no, I know me this country this carry. Yes, the country don't come up from war, challenges and day, peace building challenges and all. Me say don't can't take them, I don't take them to this level. They can mortgage or jeopardize all these legacy you had on May left only because of ego or because or because of greed or selfishness. I know one for give power to opposition because I'm a party for just gain a power and all. And now they also they talk say because Escoma be nice to Mother Bill, therefore use them for flack 'em now because Mother Bill don't change pan people and we don't change pan them. Then it's unfortunate. I mean, you not go blame somebody for in kindness we give to person if that person did not act in like manner. Blame Mother Bill for waiting they go to honor Salona because now they in charge. Let people learn for take responsibility for waiting they in charge of. And that is what is happening in the APC. So, anyways, learn up there from what they try for ask. I mean, command left Boku institutions them. We just kind of power. Pakaba in concern about Sierra Leoneans, where say Sierra Leoneans get bad heart. They try for provide a solution to her. And waiting at the solution, they say, let we change your attitude. That is what EBK did. And he set up a whole secretariat for just the push campaigns and more for let people and change their attitude. But over and beyond that, he begins set up key governance institutions. One major thing we do when I model for governance in Africa and for establish the Open Government Initiative.
Yeah,
When I
APRI.
the OGI.
OGI.
The
Okay,
OGI
Open
now be the
Government
body.
Initiative, yeah.
Yes, we're responsible for take government to the people and the people to government. Then they do town hall meetings. Then they organize, meeting between the judiciary, that is judges, then, and they take them for going to town hall settings. Then they go the common man, they go ask in judge or in magistrate, waiting at some of the concerns the way you get, but how justice they dispense na them place. And that judge they bound for answer them, they provide answer. And that institution they create what you call the open data portal, where citizens are able to access government information from the comfort of their homes. Then they then at the television before the TV set, then they listen to the government official, and they can talk to them through OGI Hour. We got what to call the Citizens Report Card Survey, where it then give citizens in the country for the first time the opportunity for accessing government without an election, even before the election. So it became subjecting itself to that scrutiny day. That's now what I was saying, now boldness in any leader for do that. Some other person in propaganda go dey panomote look like what they see now. Just everything we they see now now just propaganda. It's just propaganda based. So you will see how it strengthens civil society institutions. How it makes sure say no journalists say they left power. Power when them cause them do all kind of thing. How even though they be the diaspora where they be cause and say then they go salon, then they go back they work free. But nowadays, people are in the diaspora where they talk critical issues about government, not even cost and the cost the president and other man go salon. So that is some of the challenge we face now. And this man provide a contrast to all of that. In leadership, a strength in ministries, them, department them, it make them more efficient. It bring reforms to the office of the president. Now, under that, we'll get the office of the chief of staff. We begin create a seamless coordination between the presidency and the ministries. First, and I'll be just Minister of Presidential Affairs, where role been so limited. We'll see the establishment of the Strategy and Policy Unit at State House. We see a lot of other institutional reforms that we come under ABK. We see the establishment of the Legal Aid Board, just for give the common man the empowerment where he deserve, even if you're not able to provide lawyer for himself. If you get some case, government they provide lawyer for them for free. They're not asking for one kobo. That are some of the things and that. Whose other institution they again where you man in footprint no day where you go say empower this institution? No day. The Anti-Corruption Commission. We see how it strengthened the mandate. It give them prosecutorial powers. First time anti-corruption be only the investigate case. But they know they go prosecute in a court. But under Interagency Council inside 208, then it give them that mandate day. So the anti-corruption now be they investigate and they prosecute at the same time. The court. And before they left, it set up an arrangement for get a special anti-corruption court. Where different from where get a specialized mandate for investigate corruption cases, basically. So So all of the empowerment they don't do for that institution, what in this government come and do? That's when they come and say then they can do commission of inquiry. Just for can waste people the money, for go out judges them, now other country them, when now we for even export judges them to them because of how strong we democracy be done they. And the kind of example now we for the export to Nigeria, the way we the model of we democracy. It be not do for like we now we for the export peace because we go through war. Then for heal and build peace in that short period. Now we for export, but up we processes them to them. They go do waiting Bintumani 3, a conference for peace and cohesion or national cohesion or waiting. For go import people from from Kenya, Rwanda. Then country then now we for the export with democratic credentials to them. Because we come up from war and we can't stabilize, we get elections in 2007, when have a very crucial one and not lead to no divide. I mean, in terms of, it not lead to any tribal war, like where Kenya get into it, we divide the country completely, it lead to war, a civil war. So how you go come now and tell you, say you just kind of power because you did in a hurry no more for reverse the gains where this man not make, you begin sell the country short. You go begin import for
So,
can advise me on
Ya Umarr,
national cohesion.
let's just hold you there quickly. Waiting at the reception of this particular initiative to EBK, how EBK really harnessed the opportunity of this group of young Salonians call themselves progressive Council of Progressives, and also in young people. How waiting at the reception of EBK in terms of for bringing this thought and idea together, say I should be celebrated as a leader who don't do extremely well as Sierra Leone. And the people of Sierra Leone as well. How you decided they navigate toward this initiative of writing the history, the recent history of political leadership in Sierra Leone under EBK administration. We're not the reception so far.
My brother, to me, you too, I not say and I know any more than you do right now within EBK know about the book because just like I tell you, not to commission, I may not get any hands there, and I just we decide for do an independent work. But from what we get within a public domain, that the audio leak, they mention the effort where they behind the writing of this book and they commend them. So I think say Nadande no more. That is as much as I think say I know. You know, like we go one try for make clear, not like say anybody influence them.
Yeah. They
And
follow up
indeed,
closely.
nobody know
And they
influence
follow
them.
up closely. I not
Yes, so and Nadame could tell anybody who probably anxious for see the content of the booklet, just wait shortly the book will come out, then you go see what they say. I mean, but they mention all of them here for let people know say that they were inside the book. We'll get one or two other things that have been challenges for the administration, like the natural disaster, the Ebola, we come. But again, waiting and they emphasize that the leadership way demonstrates there in the period and they how they're able to manage the country in the midst of all of that, how they're able to pay teachers them in the midst of Ebola, how they increase salary by 15% to government workers in the midst of Ebola, where people are able to feel the crunch where that they carry it. Because that they can overwhelm with sectors.
exactly.
The finance sector, the health sector, and
A lot of
everything.
stuff.
So it been really come for make life difficult for Sierra
Mhm.
Leoneans. But it not been like this, that kind of secret be there because the government they listen. And the government carry with a lot of subsidies and it can be cushioning the effect for Sierra Leoneans.
So far, so
know.
good. So far,
So
so good. In terms of the reception of the book from Sierra Leoneans, different from devoid of political parties and all that stuff. What are the percentage of reception presently, even though the book not come out, it's the perception of people, the reception of people about this entire book.
so the people who don't listen them and some man we don't comment on them, so largely I go put them at around 80%, if at all, in terms of the appreciation of the work. There's still more to be desired, but we hope say by the time the book will come out, we don't get the buy-in of everybody and people will for use as reference sources. Like we say, we not do a book for make propaganda. And I make not a party picking initiative. This one an independent one. But let we just tell people and say it's high time we begin hold leaders accountable. It's high time we begin celebrate or commend the one the way worth commending. So nah, that kind of thing no more. But so for the even the one right now where some man they try for reverse the narrative na salon because they get problem with EBK or inaction against the electoral justice program and whatever it is. I don't see anybody really come after we concerning this effort for celebrate in leadership. And to them people and the way if you say they get problem with the action or inaction way it make na the fair way they expect them for participate in. I just want to tell them say the man in past accomplishments not get nothing to do with the current situation as alone. You cannot erase your past. If you pass good, you good. If you bad, you bad. All you need for do now for learn lessons from them.
Okay.
But you get certain people because they're vex panel now, some man they even eating words. Some man are bloggers, they may not praise this administration in comparison to what they see or what we don't they see under Mother Bio. But then can now they pen way carefully for retrace their steps then because they get an issue with
You know,
EBK. Some man they be asking, well, what do you do now? So my point is we're not going for erase a legacy or the past. There's a saying, if you go back to erase your past, you might end up erasing yourself. So you're not going to erase your past. You just learn from them. It became a legacy now. It became a legacy. Legacy from 2007 to 2018. It don't matter if you get issue with EBK, you get personal, whatever with them, that is your business, which is good. But when it comes to appreciating leadership, let's give him that. So now
yeah,
that's
you
all.
know, it's a very interesting, it's a very interesting conversation we don't get tonight. And I will promise you, I assure you, say this platform, we are the APC I online TV platform. We get for the continue for the engage you and engage members of the Council of Progressive for talk more about this book because
Yeah.
this book here they give you a roadmap and a very insightful inspiration. More so, we as young people really come up and we as young people interested in the narrative of Sierra Leone in terms of development of recent times and currently we see that happen and they compare to the past, we see there is a vast difference. We see a complete undermining of the democratic institutions, the undermining of development, and that'll make the country just, just they retrogress in the way we, me and you know, they appreciate and other Sierra Leoneans know they appreciate because we see there is a lot of undermining of past leadership development where leadership is all about and development is all about continuity. It no matter whose government be there, who you can play your part, continue side stop, bring new initiative and ideas for develop the nation. But with the system, those efforts they go down the drains, even especially with democratic institutions. Of recent, we all see what's happened at the country, how elections were comprehensively looted in the way we me and you know say we institutions that we're responsible for able make citizens they get confidence in whatever thing way that they do, then it don't become a question mark. It don't become a question mark. So going forward,
Mm.
waiting really this book will try for portray in the annals of Sierra Leone and the history of political leadership.
Um, First of all, like reference material, it will be of leadership, a democratic model of governance. People in Africa go for refer to them. And for the first time, people go be inspired for celebrate more leaders who don't deliver. Like I tell you, we got leadership challenges all over now the world. Now the United States also are there, so we got big huge leadership challenge right now. You ask the average citizen, you will know what they tell you. And so that can always make anytime I get leader we get a lot of controversy around them, it can make una get una want to appreciate somebody who be on there around, we stabilize the ship then and the despite the challenges. So that is the kind of motivation this book they try for provide to Sierra Leoneans. And I'm glad that we don't see initiatives in our salon, especially from APC people, for celebrate leadership. They get one or two other program them or events them way, and they celebrate past leadership and all, which is good. Because one thing we I notice say the present government they do, they like for gaslight people. The gaslight share the APC, gaslight the former president, gaslight this. And I noticed say back where APC and Zembak we don't take up that thing they, but they go and gaslight people all over the place. These are an attempt for let people shift blame from themselves and begin fence for put them because they don't take responsibility. So waiting Mother Bill been do way kind of power exactly now we they see some APC as they do now. Or begin say, okay, me where they in charge right now, and not blame you when I begin blame the past. Because what you get so now and I come up from the past and all. You know, say you be get responsibility for change them. Now, like when you want for say you go blame Pakaba for waiting happen, waiting and Escomaru in
In
your
actual
tenure.
sense, is this book going to be a turning point for rally behind every APCN for come together and speak in one accord for face the reality on what is happening on the ground?
As a matter of fact, that is our
Okay.
intent. For let it serve as a common ground for the APC for come together and form a formidable opposition and prepare for set up the next government. And this is a call to everybody, every stakeholder in the APC, be you this flag bearer, be you that aspirant, be you electoral justice, be you team executive, be you team 2028, whatever it is, if we not all be somebody APC, it's time long a rally around the first way probably this particular project. I know I just call them book. This is like a project for unify the party. And that is why we as Council of Progressives don't provide a lot of support materials them because we believe say if the opposition holding itself right, they also call democracy go function properly. Challenges and there we know. People get tendency for shift blame. Nobody know how to accept blame. But we they call on them for just rethink them position them and try for the time. It's okay, sometimes myself get the blame at this particular area.
So so so
Why
so
not try for
so
adjust? Or why not try
yeah,
for
yeah.
extend the road
So
branch more
at
and
the
all? So this book basically
yeah, so let's just come to maybe
they come
I just want to ask you one question. From there, we'll not get better time. We'll go for round up soon. And we'll go for schedule another time again for Ugo because this is an interesting discussion. We'll get for the continue until the last man here in those villages and we get for cascade the
yeah.
information. Let everybody know say there's a leader we don't do well in that country is still there alive and they still believe say Sierra Leoneans them deserve better. Waiting we get and Escoma work with a lot of people not Eliot. Ministers, former ministers, some of them they aspire for become flag bearers and now for the next elections. Witness some of the receptions towards this book and witness some of the feedbacks you have in terms of them taking this book to their respective constituency districts and taking this book as their own as part of their own legacy. Say they work with they work under the administration of His Excellency former President Nkrumah. Witness some of the receptions how they intend for take this book and own this book, say, I was part of this development.
I can only say the one the way we don't contact so far, we don't get some positive responses. And to the one the way we don't contact, we're not able to get back to it. In terms of informing them or notifying them, let them just know say this book is as much about them as it is about EBK. They were part of a team. And this they set out for celebrating that team they accomplishment them so that people go able for user for contrast waiting they happen now. Next time if somebody can have power, they go know say people and they watch me, people and they ready for document me activities. So it's a call out to them for take this thing very serious, for continue for spread the message no matter how you feel, but personally, Ernest Bai Koroma, or the APC executive, or about electoral justice, no matter how you feel, if you at some point we don't call yourself APC, it's time for say the party is bigger than every individual interest. And so let you support any project where they push the party interest go before. That is why one of the bodies we for push this particular booking itself, we call on the APC First Campaign. Now under that entity they we get for bring all of them people here together for let them know say there is more to appreciating each other than to gaslight each other all over the place. And we need to get a common ground. No matter whether the party appoint or vote for emerge as flag bearer. If the party not united, the party in chances of winning the next election, it will be so slim. Because we all know it's going to be another keen contest. How APC get population across the country, now so the other party, and SLPP get population across the country. And for the people working pieces on 10-year arrangement, it can be 10 years if the other party decide for live up to your expectation and do what you're supposed to do, you're doing your assignment. Otherwise, you'll be in for a rude awakening. If you say anybody then go just go emerge. So which is why there is a need for the party to unite now more than ever before. Because one set of people able for dirty the water. And we also they call on the party leadership for create a level playing field for we try for reduce as much controversy as possible. This now for just prop them for let them play the role where them for play as an effective opposition and for put them in readiness for take governance. But I tell you, the onus is on the leadership currently, not past leadership. The onus is on the executive. The onus is on Dr. Samuel Kamara, when are the erstwhile leader, but at the same time, is still holding himself out there as the 2023 presidential flag bearer. And so if the issue not concluded, then it means he get the responsibility for letting himself demonstrate leadership and reach out to the leadership, the executive, for let them find a common ground for move forward, take this party to another level. Let them not remember anybody in administration currently as one way now divide the party. Let the chairman administration not go down in history as one way now under and the party divide finally. Let's in your tenure not be the term where the party divide finally when we come together. So no matter how people vex and all, let's just apply the brakes and introspect. What we say go wrong? And what do we send it for do? For adjust. So let one person reach out to a company, the other person reach out, maybe they will reach midway and get a compromise. We need that.
All right. So we'll try to wrap up now. We get 2 minutes or so. We'd like final message to people so that we will call this program to we'll call it tonight, and then hopefully we'll get another program very shortly with me and then with the platform as well, so that people will familiarize themselves with the concept of this book. Waiting are your final message to people?
Let people look out for the book. Let it be much anticipated. We get program right now at time where they celebrate leadership and all. So this particular one, they celebrate the administration we've been there 2007 to 2018 and beyond, because EBK still a playing role as a democratic giant in Africa, and so they inspire Boko people. So we get we devil now go make people in freedom. But other people and nobody then afraid we own devil, then we they not afraid or not they respect them. Other people and they celebrate this person, then we get them, they go and gaslight all over the place for mistakes the way others they do. And one for let people know say it's part of leadership for let people come and apologize for or take responsibility for some missteps the way they don't make. What in just Momodu in the 90s, when they overthrew him, they get the opportunity for talk to the Guinean government for send troops and for come fetch the NPRC junta. But look at the option, they say no, we don't need them. This junta we don't come, the people let come. They say let's not allow let peace prevail. So it put your own ambition behind. Then when you take interview in a BBC, he come openly and apologize to the nation, say, It take responsibility for waiting ever to happen. Take from the war break out now, take to the overthrow, take to the country in situation. It take responsibility. That is what every leader would do. And interestingly for you, during the end of the war, around 2002, we get the TRC hearings, and as by Comrade Egalo and the way it emerged as leader na the APC for the first time, he go back na the TRC hearing, he apologize, even though Denton may not be president too. He apologized on behalf of the nation, on behalf of the APC, I mean, to what happened. In other words, he joined Momo for apologize to the nation for waiting, meet the nation. So you will really know, say, now make it not be difficult for let people and buy into in vision. Say he was ready to take responsibility. Then when he come in 2007, he not can begin the blame what Pakaba not do or what Pakaba what he said. He take him from outside meet him, he run with him. Then when he left power in 2018,
we're not
because
get
of the
better time
Alpha
now, so
controversies and everything.
you can round up now quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, yeah. When he left power in 2018, the same thing back he come and he apologized for what happened with the party. So now the second time and they apologize. Then I tell you say he was ready to acknowledge his own mistakes or whatever it is, but it take responsibility. Some of them, not even as a result of his own fault too, but it take responsibility. Because again, like you say, people deserve the leader they get. You know? Now, all the thing the people where they in charge now need for doing for take responsibility, and that is leadership. So this book they come for serve as that platform they for Mcleod and CC. There's more to it, and if we intend for takeover governance, then need for get a common ground for meet, and so that's just it. I know I'm for only player. I think say I just go now. They repeat myself, but basically this is what the book is about, and we they call on everybody for look out for them, for ready for getting copies. Everybody in the library them, then beginning for read them. If they now them palatable them and any other side, then them look for get the ebook, the audiobook, and other versions. I thank you guys. I want to thank you for this platform. Yeah. You've been doing an amazing job. And I'm sure it's all about celebrating achievement and just holding this mirror to government or governance that salon make then kind of platform here day. So when I say way they are at on plenty.
All right,
Thank
thank you so very much. Today we get Ya Umarr, we come up from the Councils of Progressive, and a group of young people, intellectuals, they come together. They don't put up a very, very insightful document together we then call the Legacy of Leadership under His Excellency former President Dr. Ernest Baiko. I want to tell my producer when I come with Mo Bangura, thank you for way he produced this program today. Me we host this program in Comrade Egalo. I want to say thanks and appreciation to all the media staffs of APC UK and online TV platform, Comrade Kosu, where they do the presentation on Sunday, and then Sweet Bonita, Fatia, everybody within this platform with technical team, Jess Momo, and then Comrade Denken and the rest of it all. One for Tell thank you for holding on to the fourth. And then we will continue for bringing this program to Una, and Una say go hear, Una say go see, and Una go follow as well. We, more especially we as young people, this particular book for being inspiration. So we learn say for any outside and put you, you get for ensure so you do the work. Today we celebrate His Excellency former President and his wife Kuma for good leadership necessarily because of the fact say the opportunity we get, really trying best for put Sierra into the level we only appreciate today. And then the next program will come, and then we'll send the flyers out, and we'll all go follow. And I want to tell a place, thank you. Mina Comrade Egalo. This is Tata.
Yeah. From the pages of history, name they shine. Ernest Baiko, my leader divine. Hey. 2007 to 2018, we no go forget. We build the nation, we vote, we no regret. Legacy of leadership, the story clear. Read the book.
The remarkable progress Sierra Leone witnessed under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC is captured in the groundbreaking book, Legacy of Leadership, Sierra Leone Democratic Transformation under Ernest Bai Koroma and the APC. Written by the Council of Progressive, a research-based think tank on governance, from achieving a 20.7% GDP growth rate in 2013, making Sierra Leone the world's fastest-growing economy, to empowering over 68,000 youth through employment program, and reducing maternal mortality by 60% through the free healthcare initiative, to increasing electricity generation from 10 megawatt to 182 megawatt, and transforming communities with solar mini-grid and hydro project. This is the legacy that will define Sierra Leone's future and is all documented in this great book, a masterpiece. Coming soon.
Legacy, we go always last. Legacy of EBK, our lesson for all. For lead with heart, for stand up tall. Legacy.